When God says no, it is not to harm you, but it is to protect you. It is not to stop you from living your best life. It is not to stop you from having fun. It is not to stop you from doing the things that you see other people doing, whatever the case may be. It is not whatever you are thinking in your mind. When God says no, He is literally protecting you. When God says no, He literally sees the outcome of every single thing before you even do it. He sees what you don't see. And we have to begin to understand that when He tells us not to do something, when He tells us not to hang out with certain people, when He tells us to drop certain habits, whatever the case may be, whatever He tells you not to do, or whatever He instructs us that we are not allowed to do, we cannot fight against it, because we are doing nothing but setting ourselves up for failure. God is going to withhold no good thing from us. So we have to begin to understand that if He is holding something from us, if He is withholding something from us, or if He tells us no to something, that must mean it is not a good thing. He knows, He sees all, He knows all. He knows the beginning from the end. He knows where you're going. He knows before you even get there. He knows the plans and the purposes that He has for us. And the more that we try to fight it, the more we try to go against it, and the more we try to do the things that He tells us not to do, we are only hurting ourselves, we are only delaying our process, and we are only going to put ourselves backwards instead of pushing ourselves forwards. He's trying to propel us and push us forward into the things that He has for us, but it's hard for Him to do that when we keep fighting Him. And it has taken me so long. I'm still learning how to do it right now. When He says no, to accept it, to you know what, God, you know everything. Who am I? I'm me. I'm just a person learning to do this right now. When God says no to something, or when He doesn't allow me to do certain things, or go certain places, or do whatever I see other people doing, whatever the case may be, when He tells me no, I am still learning to not fight against it. And no matter the circumstances that He has allowed me to go through in the past that showed me why I should not go against what He says, my human self, me and my human self still push the buttons. I like to jump around and do things that I have no business doing sometimes. And God really is like, He just looks at me and He's just like, Fiore. Even I be looking at me like Fiore, like you knew better. Like, it's not like you haven't been through these things. It's not like you haven't experienced things where God has told you no and you did it and it went terribly wrong. God is not some evil dictator. He is not some evil tyrant. He is not somebody that is trying to keep you from experiencing the fullness of life, but rather He is trying to protect you from the hurt, from the pain. He's trying to protect you from the snares of the enemy. He is trying to protect you from those deceitful, lying, manipulative people, those deceitful, lying, manipulative friends, co-workers, whatever the case may be. So when He tells you not to do something, I'd advise you not to do it. Don't go seeing for yourself. Don't go trying things for yourself, because you are only doing yourself an injustice, okay? The Bible tells us in Jeremiah, for I know the plans that I have for you, meaning God. I know the plans that I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you. So if you know that God has plans to prosper you and never, ever, ever to harm you, why go against that? Don't let the things of this world, don't let the things that people say, don't let the enemy, don't let whatever you're saying, whatever you're telling yourself in your mind, make itself a priority over what God is telling you. That is one of the biggest things, one of the biggest mistakes that we can make. You don't want to believe anything that I'm saying. Take it from my own personal experience. It is not going to get you anywhere going against what God is telling you to do. You're just going to keep going in cycles. You're going to add on unnecessary hurt, trauma, and pain. You're going to delay the things and the works and the moves of God that He is trying to give you and trying to bring you to. And you're not going to be able to get to the places that He has for you because you are too busy going against the plans that He already has laid out for you. Okay, so I love you, family. Remember, when God says no, it's okay. Just know that if God is telling you no, that if He has told you no on something that you have been praying about, asking about, whatever the case may be, if He tells you no, know that He has something better for you, and He is not going to allow you to settle. We settle for things a lot of the times, and God already sees the great things that He has for you. He has these great things over here, right? And you're over here on this side, and you're trying to move forward in those things, and God is saying, no, I have this for you. Like, you're gonna settle for the little tiny things that you have right here when I have all this great stuff over here for you. Don't be discouraged and don't be dismayed. Just know that whenever he says no, he is setting you up for something greater. There is something better. There is more for you. There is more that he has for you, but you're not going to get it if you keep trying to hold on to the things that you are trying to hold on to, and keep trying to move on your own will, move on the things that you see, and move on the things that are around you. So I love you, family, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.